Hello students, and welcome to this video for Word Chapter 2 hands-on exercise number 2. And you can see we have here our file open from the last exercise, Word Chapter, okay, this is when my email apparently is going to all come up. Word Chapter 2, yep, it's literally all my email. Word Chapter 2 hands-on exercise number 1 is what you're going to be opening up at the beginning of our exercise. Before we get started though with the actual exercise for today, we do need to do one last step that you maybe saw in the book but that I accidentally forgot to include in the video, and that is go down to the last page here. You can see holiday photography. We have here our changes that should look like this. We need to select here the last 6 paragraphs. So from Santa, you're starting here, going all the way up here to where kids are involved here, and we need to use the bullet points and specifically the hollow bullet points from the list. So if you didn't do that last time like I did, just if you were following like the video but didn't have your textbook out, go to make that change first, save it here, and then we're going to get started with Word Chapter 2 hands-on exercise number 2. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is it says Step A, File, Save As, and I'm changing the name here to Word Chapter 2 hands-on exercise number 2. So we're changing the number from 1 to 2, as you can see over there. And then I save it, and that's Step A. Step B is press Control and Home, and that's sending us to the top of the document here. You can see the insertion point. And it says, let's actually do this. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit for you. Make this a little bit easier, hopefully, when you're watching the video. Okay, so basics of photography right here. And it says, click the Design tab. And it says, click Themes in the Document Formatting group. So themes right over here, document format group, and it says to select organic. So you can see organic is over here, basically second row, and it looks like third to the right, organic. So it's changed that. You'll notice a color change here applied to the second paragraph, this line right here. And then it says click colors in the document format group and select Violet 2. Violet 2. So I go down the list. You can see it's organized alphabetically. Violet 2. It's right here. And you can see it's changed colors again for the second paragraph here. And then it says Save Document. That's Step D. Oh yes, in case I didn't say it, we're on page 231 in your textbook. Alright, now we're on step number 2. It says the document should be formatted as a newsletter. Most often, newsletters display in columns. So you apply columns to the newsletter. A few items such as the newsletter heading and the store hours at the end of the document should be centered horizontally across the page instead of within a column. So using sections, you'll format, that means change those items differently from column text. So step A, press Control and Home. That sends us back up to the top if you weren't already there. Selects most of the document text, beginning with courtesy of Philips Studio L Photography and ending with before even greeting Santa. So I'm starting here, clicking, and I go all the way down to Santa. So right here. Oh, I went a little too far. There we go. Down to Santa, so cuts off here. So I have that text selected. That's step A. Then step B, it says click the Layout tab and click Columns. So Layout tab up here, and then I'm clicking Columns, and it says to select 2. And you'll see that it's changed now all our pages to 2 columns. Now it says, press Control and Home. This sends us back to the top. Click anywhere on the line containing basics of photography. So, right there. Then it says click Home tab and click Center. Home tab and align text center. That makes it look nicer. Then it says click anywhere in the paragraph if you enjoy taking digital pictures. So I clicked inside of it. And it says drag the first line indent marker on the ruler back to the left margin. So I'm taking the first indent line back to the left margin. When it's talking about the left margin, it's talking about right here, the gray, where that ends. That's our left margin. Then it says step D, click anywhere in the paragraph beginning with first things first. So down here right under this list, so in this paragraph, first things first. Drag the first line indent marker to the left margin to remove the indent. So first line indent right up here, dragging it to the margin, and there's no indent anymore. Step E, click the View tab, and it says click multiple pages to zoom out so you can see multiple pages. And then it says scroll down to view all pages, getting an idea of how text is positioned on all pages, and then click 100% in the zoom group. So here's an idea of what it looks like. Definitely fits more of a newsletter look. And then go back to 100%. I'm going to save it here while we're at it. And actually that is the next step. So step F, is saving it. Okay, we're moving on to page 233. This is step 3. Select and modify styles. The newsletter is improving in appearance, but you note that the heading, such as camera, body, lens, composition, etc., are not as evident as they should be. Also, some of the headings are subordinate to others and should be identified accordingly. You will apply heading styles to headings in the newsletter to resolve these issues. So step A, it says select the text, camera body on the first page of the newsletter. So this is our headers here. Select text, camera body. I'm going to move over here to this is a selection bar area, and if I click once next to the row, it'll select the whole row for me. So camera body, click Home tab and select heading 1. So Home tab, and then it says heading 1. That's over here in our styles. So styles group, heading 1. And now you can see it's changed how it looks. Then it says click Home tab, heading 1, we already did that. And then on the same page, in the column on the right, select lens. So I have to go up a little bit. Lens, I'm going to double click on this one. And apply heading 1. So we're just going through, changing this. Same thing for composition, and apply heading 1. So it's changed those. Alright, now we're on step B. Apply heading 1 to juxtaposition, common photography mistakes, and holiday photography. So you're going to find each one of those things. So look through it. So there's juxtaposition over here. So heading 1. Then it says common photography mistakes. We'll look for that. So you get to look around here in the different spots. And then holiday photography, which is right down here, heading 1, on the second and third pages of the newsletter. So step C, select rule of thirds on the first page. So I'm going to go back up here to the rule of thirds, first page, and it says press and hold control on the keyboard as you also select depth of field, becoming the subject, shooting from below and shooting from above. So I got rule of thirds. After rule of thirds is depth of field, so holding down control, select depth of field. And then I let go of control to scroll. Hold down control again when you want to select, becoming the subject. Shooting from below, so I hold down control again and then select. And then it says shooting from above, which is down here, so hold down control and select that. Then it says click heading 2 in the styles group on the Home tab. So heading 2. And you can see it does that. Alright, now it says double click Format Painter. It says do not deselect the text. Well, you know what I just did? I deselected the text. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to select, oh no, actually it was selected. Can I go back to, okay, here we go, that works. So heading 2, okay, good. So I have those selected. Don't deselect the text. Step D here. Click Format Painter in the clipboard group. So clipboard's over here. Home tab. Click Format Painter. And then it says select dark photos on the 3rd page. So I'm going to select that. Now you notice when I did it once, it went and it stopped the Format Painter. What you may need to do, and it doesn't actually say that here on the thing, is we actually need to, if you want to do it more than once, you double click. So I'm actually going to just click on one more time because we're not going to do it as many times. Blurry Images is next. Oh, excuse me, I actually selected the wrong one. Blurry, not Blurry Images, it is Blurry Images due to focus is what we're selecting here. And changing to header 2. So due to focus. Oh, you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go back here a second. So push undo. We just did dark photos. I'm sorry. Getting lost here for a second. That's okay, it happens. So you did Format Painter. We did dark photos. We want that. Still having we select Format Painter again. We take care of Blurry Images. And then it says press Escape, but you only have to do that if you double clicked on Format Painter. So it automatically deselects Format Painter. And then it says select Blurry Images due to focus. So I'm going to scroll down a bit. Blurry Images due to focus is over here. And then it says click heading 3 in the styles group. So heading 3 in the styles group. And notice the text is smaller each time. Then it says select Blurry Images due to camera. So I got to go up here. Or camera shake. And it says select heading 3. And sometimes if you get it mixed up like I did a little bit, you just go back, find out where you made the mistake, and then you continue on and once you fixed it. And that is step D. And now we're moving on to step E, which is on our next page. Alright, it says click the Styles Dialog Box Launcher. So here's our Styles group, and this is our Styles Dialog Box Launcher. I click on that. You can see it comes up over here along the right side, and it says point to heading 1 and click the heading 1 arrow. So heading 1, I click the heading 1 arrow, and then it says to click modify. So I'm modifying the style that was there. It says click Format in the modify style dialog box. So down here, bottom left, Format, and then it says to select font. Then it says to click the underline style arrow. So underline style, I click the arrow just on the word none, and then click the second underline style, the double underline. So this one right here. And then it says click OK, and click OK again. And now you can see we've added to the style, it's changed it. So that's step E. Then we're going to save the document, that's step F. And now we've moved on here to step 4. So step number 4. Use the style set and create a new style from the text. So although you are pleased with the heading styles you selected in the previous step, you want to explore Word's built-in style sets to determine if another style might be more attractive. You will create a style for all bulleted paragraphs in the newsletter. So step A, press Control and Home. That sends you to the top of the document here. Then it says click the Design tab. Click the Design tab. And it says point to any style set in the document formatting group without clicking to view the effect on the document. So you can hover over it, and you'll notice it does it for each, it changes it for the whole document. So you're just hovering over it, taking a look at some of those. And you can see a previewed version. Specifically lenses where it shows up. Click the more arrow beside the style set and click lines simple. So the more arrow right here, and now you can see it shows all of them. And the one we're going to click on is lines simple. Now you might have to hover over it to see the name. So you can see basic. I'm looking for lines simple, which it looks like, if I can find it here. That's centered. Lines distinctive. Line simple right here. Line simple. And it says to click it and select it. Now it says step B, click the view tab and click one page in the zoom group to view the first page. So zoom or view tab, one page. Note the format of the major headings, and you can see those: camera body, lens, composition. It's different. Now it says click 100% in the zoom group, and it says select the second paragraph in the document, courtesy of Philip Studio L Photography. Click the home tab, and then it says click the font color arrow. So font color arrow is over here. And it says select plum accent 1. So here's plum accent 1, and it's actually darker 25%. So this is lighter. Here we go, darker 25% right there. Fifth row, fifth column. Alright, that's step C we just completed. Now we're on to step D. It says scroll to the second page and click anywhere in the bulleted paragraph. So second page. Says click anywhere in the bulleted paragraph, so down here, containing aperture f-stop. It says click the bullets arrow, so up here is the bullets button. This is the arrow, we click on that. And then it says select a solid round black bullet, so right here. Then it says click the bullets arrow, and it says to select define new bullet. That's down at the bottom of what just came up. Click font, and then it says we need to click the font color arrow. So there we go, and then it says plum accent 1 darker 25%. So I just selected that one. I'll click on it, show it again. So fifth row, fifth column, and it says click OK, and click OK. And you can see here it's changed the color of the bullet point. So that's step D. Step E, click new style in the styles pane. So here's the more arrow, and it says to select click new style. We're going to click create a style, same thing. And then it says here type bullet paragraph in the name box. And click OK. So name bullet paragraph. I clicked OK. You should see a new styles in the new style in the styles pane. And it looks like, let's go up here, and there's our new style right there at the front. It says scroll to the fourth page. So right now I'm on page number 2, it looks like. So 3, 4. And it says, once I've scrolled to the fourth page, select the 3 bulleted paragraphs at the top of the page in both columns. So selecting, I'm just clicking and dragging across here, so it'll look like this. And then it says, apply bullet paragraph style. So up here, bullet paragraph style, and it's applied it for me just like that. Close the styles pane. So over your styles pane, I could have selected it from here. It's also up here. I did it from here, but you could do it from here. So exit out of that, and it says step G, save the document. All right, very good. We're on step number 5, which is our last step here for the exercise. Now we're going to use outline view. The newsletter spans 4 pages with headings identifying various levels of detail. You will check to make sure you formatted headings according to the correct hierarchy. To do so, you will view the newsletter in outline view, and you can refer to figure 2.35 as we go. So step A, press Control and Home, sends us to the top of the document. Then it says click View tab and click Outline in the Views group. So View tab, and then it says click Outline in the Views group. So here's my Views group over here. I click on Outline, and now you can see it's changed how we view it. Scroll on slightly to see the first major heading with a plus sign on the left. So first major heading with a plus sign on the left. It says click the show level arrow. And if you're wondering what the show level arrow is, it is up here at the top, right here, show level arrow. Click on that, and it says click level 3. Level 3. Once you do that, you'll notice it changes how it looks here in the outline mode. Then it says position the pointer on the plus sign that precedes blurry images due to camera shake. So over here, click the plus sign, or excuse me, position the pointer of the plus sign that precedes blurry images due to camera shake. So right here. Drag the heading above the preceding level, and that's blurry images due to focus. So I click, drag, and I move it up here above, and you can tell it's above because it'll change and it'll look something like this. And then I let go. It says when you see a small black triangle above the preceding level like we just did, release the mouse button to reposition the section. Now we're on step D. Use the same procedure as in step C to move juxtaposition section to above composition. So juxtaposition, I move it here, click, hold down, drag it until I see that black triangle above composition, and I let go. And now you can see it's switched. Juxtaposition, composition. It says click expand in the outline tools group. So outline tools group, I'm going to click expand to view the content of juxtaposition. So expand, which is just basically this plus sign over here. So this is our expand button. I click that, and now it'll show me the content here of juxtaposition. Okay, now we're on step E. It says click show level arrow. So here's show level. And it says select level 1 to display level 1 headings only. So here's level 1 headings only. And it says select holiday photography. So I click and select it. And click expand in the outline tools group. So here's our expand. This of course means collapse. So expand, I select the holiday photography, and then it says the holiday photography section is expanded, other level 1 headings remain collapsed. Then step F, click close outline view. Close outline view, and hopefully you saw it. If you need to go back and look, if both columns do not display, click the print layout on the status bar. On that status bar. So file, print, oh excuse me, no. If it doesn't show, sorry, I'm trying to make this visible here. This is print layout right here. So down by the zoom tools, print layout is that middle button right there. You click it on the status bar, which is the bar at the bottom of the screen. Alright, step G, save the document. Keep the document open if you're planning on going on to the next exercise. Otherwise, this is all you needed to do for Word Chapter 2 hands-on exercise number 2. Good job following along in your textbook as well as on the screen.